Good stuff, guys. Tier 3, we've got our kettlebell, our hip band resistance band. Okay, so just going to jump straight in, get ready to rock and roll. So our first exercise is going to be using both the kettlebell and the resistance band. So what we're going to do, take that resistance band just above the kneecaps, so it's on top of our thighs. We're going to take that kettlebell up, and all I want us to do, we're going to hold it in one arm, and all we're going to do is squat down and straight back up. As you can notice, even though I've got the weight in one hand, I'm still squatting down nice and straight. I'm not leaning across or rotating or pushing the hips across when I go down. So that's what we're going to be working on. Just focus on keeping it nice and straight. We're going to be doing 8 reps with one hand. Change to the other. Eight reps in the other hand. Okay, so we've got banded kettlebell squats, 8 reps with the kettlebell in each hand. We're actually going to be working single arm again for our next exercise. So our next exercise is going to be a single arm press. Don't need that on. Have you ever seen anything more graceful? There we go. So single arm press next. So we're actually going to have our kettlebell in one arm again. And all we're going to do from here is, if we were doing a dumbbell shoulder press or a shoulder press above our head, we're just going to push up and back down. Try and keep it, again, nice and straight. Don't want to see twists and turns. We want to try and keep ourselves nice and straight, working that single arm motion. A little bit higher rep range, we're going to be going for 10 reps on each arm. Keeping those reps nice, steady and controlled. Again, we don't want to be seeing too many twists here or anything like that. We want to try and hold ourselves relatively straight and stable in that base. Okay, good stuff. We're actually going to move on to another single arm exercise, but this time we're going to be using the resistance band. Okay, so just take that up nice and high, tie it relatively tight. There we go, good stuff. And all we're going to do is single arm press. Okay, so you're going to take a couple steps out from where our anchor is. We're going to have whichever hand is on the band, that foot at the back, just gives us a little bit more grounding, so we're not going to be pulled back. It allows us to hold our position a little bit better. From here, we're going to try and keep our shoulders nice and square, chest nice, slight hyperextension of the back. We're going to keep that shoulder relatively back and tight, like we're keeping that back squeezed when we do a press. And all we're going to do is push that arm forward and back down again. Push forward and back down. Try and keep the same pathway with every single rep, so we're not getting an up down one. We're just keeping it where it is, comes from there to there, keeping it relatively in line with the nipple line on the chest. Single arm press. If you want to, you can slightly tilt forward, because I have got a slightly higher anchor point. It's just going to help keep me a slightly neutral, more neutral spine. Okay, so we're going to go for 12 reps on each arm on that single arm press. Okay, so moving on to exercise number 4, we're actually going to take our band down from up here. Good stuff. We've got upright rows supersetted with banded curls. So all you need is this band. Give yourself quite a bit of tension. Okay, again, we're going to be bringing the elbows up nice and high, pulling it up. We're not pulling up with the hands. We're imagining we're just driving the elbows high. Good stuff. From there, we're going to go straight into banded reverse curls. So holding it with our hands facing down, what's known as a pronated grip. Okay, and all we're going to do from here, keep the band apart, because obviously it's going to be wanting us to pull it in. We're going to keep it apart, and also we're just going to bend here and back down. If you're finding this relatively easy, what you can do, as always, guys, take a little bit more tension on that band. Just take a little bit more wider stance. Going to increase that tension up on the higher part of the band where we're using it, and then we're going to carry on. It's entirely your prerogative, entirely your decision on how much tension you have on that starting point using that band. Okay, good stuff. So obviously with the upright rows, we're going to be looking at 10 reps, and with the banded curls, we're going to be looking at 12 reps. 3 sets, both of them. Shock horror, I can't actually remember if I said any of the reps for the first exercises. So kettlebell banded squats, we've got 4 sets of 10. For the single arm press, we're going to be looking at 3 sets of 12, each arm obviously. Single arm press banded, we've got 3 sets of 10. And then for the upright rows and the curls, we've got 10 reps on the upright rows, and then 12 reps on the reverse curls. So then, yeah, we're all up to speed by now. They're all 3 sets apart from the first exercise, which was 4 sets. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to be looking at using our stool now. So this is the only other bit of equipment that I'm sure everyone has at home, a chair, stool, whatever, just something you can slightly elevate, even if you've got like a patio that's got a little bit of a raise, you can use that. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at doing is placing it somewhere where it's not going to slide away. So I'm just going to use my garage door as I'm basically not going to move. Ideal, obviously, like I said, if you've got a bit of patio that is fixed, even better. So what we're going to be looking at doing is doing a single leg glute bridge, which is from an elevated position, but we're going to be having a 2-second pause midway through the rep. So it's an isometric hold, 2 seconds halfway through the rep, okay? So what that means is, for all you non-gym lingo people, 2-second pause. I've got my head's right at the bottom shot. 2-second pause at the top part of the rep, okay? So we're going to place 1 foot on the stool. 1 foot on the stool, other leg out. If my stool wants to behave. There we go. 1 leg on the stool. There we go. Other leg out. And I'm just going to drive up. Hold for 2 at the top. And back down again. Okay, so let's try that again. We're going to go up. 1, 2. And back down, okay? So obviously we're going to work all on one side, then transition across. There's no point chopping and changing all the time, otherwise it's just going to take longer. So we're just going to, like I said, we're just going to go 1 leg out. There we go. Truly struggling to get comfortable with this. There we go. I'm just going to go up. And back down again. Good stuff. So 2-second hold at the top of the rep, so an isometric hold, 2 seconds, and then back down again. We're going to be looking at 12 reps on each leg. Okay, so single work, 12 reps on each side. Okay, right then, going back to our resistance band, we have got 2 ab exercises lined up. Our first one we're going to be looking at is a wood chopper. Okay, so that's, you're going to have to work 2 sides for this one. So it doesn't matter what side you want to start with, but wherever your anchor point is, you want to be facing parallel with it. So if the band's going there, I'm stood parallel with it on one side. Okay, so there, and I'm here. We're going to be starting here. We're going to take our, whichever side we're working, we're going to be having that hand at the top. So for example, if I'm twisting to my left, my right hand is going to be at the top. If I'm twisting to the right, my left hand is going to be at the top. So it's just the opposite. Okay. So from here, all we're going to do is take a little bit of tension on the band, and I'm just going to pretend that I'm chopping down a tree that is to my left, okay? So from here, we're going to twist and turn, and back up. I like to really focus on a nice, powerful, concentric movement, nice, controlled, slow, eccentric movement. So that's powerful on the way out, control on the way in, okay? Notice I'm not pulling this with my arms, okay? What I'm doing is I'm rotating, yeah, my torso. The only thing that the only power that's coming in is from the twist, okay? I'm not pulling and pushing with my arms in to do this. My arms are locked in place and I'm just turning like a robot, okay? Good stuff. And obviously, like I said, if you're twisting then to the right, your left hand is going to be at the top, okay? From here, all we're going to do, same thing on the other side. Nice, powerful on the way out. Nice and slow on the way in. What we want to try and aim for is when we finish, when we get to that out position, okay, I'm going to try and hold this. When we get to the out position, we want to have a nice bend in the bands. As you can see where my left hand is, it band comes out, and then at 90-degree bend, it's almost like it changes, okay? And that's what we're looking for. Good stuff. So once you've done your 10 reps each side, we're then going to hook that band up into a double. So at the moment it's a single. We're just going to take it into a double. And we're going to be performing those abdominal crunches. Keeping our hips back against, there we go. Keeping our hips back against the garage door. So to prevent any aid in movement coming from the hips. So obviously what can happen sometimes if you do abdominal crunches kneeling down is your hips will be hinging, and that will be helping the weight come down Obviously, if you're keeping your hips planted as an angle, like right up against the garage door, I know for a fact that when I'm doing these crunches, my hips are not pulling that band at all. All of that movement is coming from my torso, coming over and down. I'm not using my glutes to pull that. My glutes are stuck in place. And I'm focusing on using that midsection to perform that crunch. Okay, guys, good stuff. So that's a nice little superset at the end there. You've got 10 reps on the wood chops each side. So with the band at the top still, we're just coming round and through like so. 10 reps each arm. And then we've got 12 reps on those crunches. And that's going to be for 3 sets, guys, okay? That is your last exercise, okay? So I hope you did enjoy that workout. Yes, hopefully, like I said, this is over soon and we can all get back to ARC. Here's hoping to see you guys soon. Thanks, guys.